Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to do a little bit something different, a little change of pace from the all the combiners I've been doing lately. So today we're going to take a look at the Transformers. You know, I can't remember what the line's called. Cyber Battalion, I think? I don't know. I think it's a Walgreens exclusive Jetfire. So, there he is. Side box, product shot, transformation instructions. These run about $16, so yeah, and I think they're worth about $5. So I just had to. I had to. I saw it, and I'm like, I gotta get one. I gotta try it out. So here it is in its jet mode. I believe that there was a Starscream first that may not have been released completely. I don't know. I do not know all the information about this stuff. All I know is I could never find the Starscream. I knew he came out at one point, but I never could find it. So yeah, here he is in his jet mode. This thing is light as a feather. This thing is completely hollow. Really thin plastic. This is having a hard time staying in there. That's, the whole round peg octagon port kind of deal going on there. And the nose cone is pretty loose. Very simple. You got some red paint going on here and here. I think, yeah. We got a little paint there. It's a very simplistic figure. Blah. Use your words, John. Use your words. All right. To transform him, very simple. Flip the nose cone in, and then you can flip this whole section down. Flip up the antenna. Flip the arms up, just like that. Take this wing assembly. That'll come undone. Tab here, plugs into the back here. Wings can fold up. See, there's these, it's got this notch going on right here. And then these 3 ports, and you can kind of sort them to wherever you need them to. Whichever works best for you. Split the legs. Fold the landing, or the back wings down. Feet down. Take the guns, and you can just plug them into his hands. And there you go. There he is in his robot mode. Again, very simple, but kind of fun. I don't know why. He's cheap. He feels cheap. He looks cheap. But he's still kind of fun. It's like a guilty pleasure kind of thing. Poseability wise, his head does swivel left and right. The antenna can kind of move a little bit. They're on a swivel. Shoulder swivels up and down. It's ratcheted in and out. Elbow bend. Now these elbows do pop off real easy, so it's probably going to happen to you at least once or twice. Nothing at the hand, nothing at the waist. Thighs ratcheted up and down. Nice thick ratchets going out. The knee joint is fake, so there's nothing at the knee. And it's got a little ankle tilt more for transformation, but no rocker. So yeah, I gotta say, I don't hate it. I thought I was going to hate this thing. It's not worth it by any means. And you can see he's got these big ports here, so, it's definitely screams Seeker mold. If they were to release all of these as the Seekers, or even better yet, if they released them all as the Cyberjets, I'd be all over it. It's just not great, but it's still fun. I don't know. All right, so here he is with the Chug Voyager. There he is with Prime. And here he is with the Deluxe. So yeah, you can see he's a little bit bigger than an older Chug Voyager, so he's probably right in the same scale as the regular Voyagers. Let me see if I've got one laying around here. Here he is with Octane. So you can see, yeah, he's a little bit bigger than Octane here. So, tiny bit taller than a standard Voyager. Probably less plastic than a Deluxe. And this thing is light. It is cheap. It feels cheap. It's an official product as far as I can tell. It's got the Hasbro logo and all that. So, and I think it's a Walgreens exclusive. But as far as I could say, I think he's official, and he feels like a high quality knockoff almost, but still not that high quality. It's hard to explain it. It's hard to explain fully, but all in all, for what he is, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. He's cheap, but he's supposed to be cheap. He feels cheap, but he is cheap. You know what I mean? It's a cheap toy. It's a fun toy. It's not a great collectible. If you're looking for a great Jetfire for your collection, this is not the toy for you. This is not a collector's piece by any way, shape, or form. This is a toy. This is also a toy, but you can also make the argument that it's a collector's piece. This is not. This is a toy. If you're looking for something that's, it feels cheap, like the plastic's hollow and all that, but it's going to be durable plastic. So if you want to get something for like your kid to throw around and you can just pop some joints back together, here you go. Honestly, there's not much else to say about this thing. It's just a fun toy. I would recommend it under those circumstances. If you are looking for a toy, this is a great way to go. But don't get it and be like, man, this thing's gonna go in my collection. Because if you want a good Jetfire, get the Generations Jetfire. Or if you want also a good Jetfire that's a little bit smaller, the Classics Jetfire. That one's pretty awesome as well. So it's like you have options for Jetfire. This is not a Jetfire. Not really. It's a good placeholder though. And with the way that face is sculpted, that doesn't scream Jetfire to me. Let's see here. Let's see here. Here's the G2 Jetfire. That's what it kind of reminds me of more. Honestly, it reminds me much more of a Cyberjet than it does Jetfire. So, yeah, there you go. Like I said, if they start repainting these things and retooling them as the Cyberjets, I'm there. You can bet your ass I'm going to be buying every single one of them. If I were to come across the Starscream and they do, hopefully they do Thundercracker and Skywarp and Dirge, Ramjet, and Thrust. Don't know how they pulled that off with this. They'd have to just hollow this out, I'd say. If that was hollow. Yeah, if that was hollow and then you put a cone head on there, it would work just fine. Obviously maybe change the wings up. But, anyway, what I'm saying is, if they did do that, I would probably buy those too. It's just a fun toy. And it wouldn't make a bad placeholder until you got a good Jetfire. But if you're looking for a masterpiece, you're in the wrong place, guys. But if you're just looking at a fun toy, like I said, keep saying fun toy, there you go.